That guy just said that life hits hard. Well, these teams hit a hell of a lot harder. We have gone the full distance and we are making it to a fifth and final map. And my oh my, we are in for a shock and a surprise because either team has potential to take it. The experienced ones within Chaos or the rookies that wanted that little bit more, who definitely feel like a grand final win on a Masters event is on the cards.
To be fair, I am having a very, very tough time to say who's going to win this game, right? Looking by the stats, well, Chaos have only played Vertigo once. TeamOne, they played it 6 times with a bit of mixed success. Both teams right now have shown us good stuff today, and both teams have shown us that they weren't good enough to win 3-1 or 3-0 for that matter. So we got the final we wanted. We got 2 teams who were even, 2 teams who played up to each other, and we get to decide it all now, right here, right now on Vertigo. Chaos starting on the CT side, TeamOne on the T side.
It's the 5th map of a best of 5 in itself. It is a very unique occurrence in Counter-Strike, and we will see how these teams handle it. Zepa, well, he starts off the best possible way, and combining with Marquis, absolutely destroys that attempt at taking the B side. TeamOne did not even have the chance to shoot in this pistol round, and in a matter of 9 seconds, it all crumbles.
Yeah, that wasn't much fun for TeamOne. Chaos right now, easily looking to pick up a pistol round. They'll give Maluki a chance to upgrade. But it's an upgrade of potential certain death. See how I got away with that? Potential and certain in one go. Death maybe on the cards.
Might absolutely be. Now that we have a little bit of downtime, the 5th map of a BO5 has 2 perspectives. There's 2 perspectives you can go about it. You can either talk about stamina and experience, and in this case, you'd give Chaos the favor of the crowd. Or you can talk about willpower. You can talk about investment, dedication, how much you want it. And if you take that route, well, TeamOne seems to be the candidate. They have shown that they want it more than anyone else. But as we've said in the post-game, after Mirage, Chaos have a lot of experience. Oh my, we didn't see that on cam. That was insane from Zepa. Whoa. Anti-force round now. It has been
so many of these.
Such a story in this event to see teams fall victim to MP9s and Tech9s and Deagles and whatnot. They need to survive it. TeamOne have made a clear choice. The B will be the point of attack for them. Smoke's been deployed by the defense just to slow them down a little bit, but PRT's got nothing of it. He's challenged by Jonji's MP9, juggling behind the pillar. He's gonna have to be careful. That smoke will basically put an end to this. But if you look at the minimap, you realize that this is all a bait. This is all a fake. Leaf is now the sole defender of the A side, which could completely fall into TeamOne. And that headshot seals the deal. They have the A side, and Vanity wants to fight for it. He comes through with the MP9, helped by Marquis, but is already long gone. Zepa now with the M4. He's the only savior. Vanity strikes in with the MP9. He's just going in. He wants to fight.
3 headshots all day long. Mini Scream is getting it done. Put some respect on his name because Malbs is here, large and in charge. But is it enough? Jonji's still on the site. They're very low and he wants to mop up the kills. A great attempt from TeamOne.
Exactly my point in this round. Surely Chaos got faked at the beginning, and sure they were a little bit naive with the situation, but as soon as you get down to the 3v2, you can see their experience chiming in. You can see how quickly they rotate when they realize what's happening, and that knowledge, I believe, is independent of the map. It transcends the map. It is an experience that you gather in your career, and obviously a huge plus for Chaos. TeamOne, I feel like, will have to make these rounds clean. They're gonna have to leave no chance for Chaos because every single individual decision might just go the favors, or rather in the direction of the favorites and the more experienced players.
So is Malbs on 3 kills with 3 headshots?
I guess we can ask Elliot.
I just need the scoreboard. I just need to look at Malbs and see how many kills he's got. I can work that one out. That's what he hit in that round. We're not going to look at Malbs. Nope, that's Maluki. Come on, give me some Malbs. That's Leaf. There's not even anything really happening. Leaf's going to get an easy kill. Easy spray downs. Grenade's going to come across to him. Malbs is there. 3 kills. He is on 100% right now. see if he can keep it going. He's certainly outnumbered and outgunned in this round, so you don't expect too much for him to play off of here. And that's a round that Chaos needed. That's a round where they need to find a lot of success. They didn't lose any bodies this time around.
They were very clean. They were extremely clean.
We don't say it too often in these games.
No, we don't, so we have to celebrate when it happens. And
definitely.
We can see Vanity and Jonji, they are sticking with the MP9, which leads me to believe that they will be some sort of push. Would it be down A ramp behind the smoke, or maybe through middle, or even in the B stairs? That can happen, that has happened in the past. But so far, so good. We see Jonji is yielding the MP9 on top of the stairs towards the B bomb side, and Vanity has it middle. So two sort of close quarter combat, but it's not going to be too easy. TeamOne, they're going in with the default map approach. They have a group of attack towards mid, and they're not going to be contested for now. This could be the best way possible for them to utilize this AK, because no one is in front of them close distance. Jonji is going to be pushed out of position. He's got to respect that Molotov, and the space has been taken.
Fighting for the space to come back is not going to be easy, but Leaf, he can challenge the first duel. He's backed up by Zeppa. They swarm around the rest of TeamOne, and you talk about experience. Well, right now, Chaos just kicked him clean off the map.
Nice and easy does it for Chaos. They've analyzed the situation. They reacted accordingly. They moved the defense from the A side towards mid, which allowed them to pinch the move from TeamOne. That was perfect from Chaos. They look absolutely on point right now. It's 4-0. You see the amount of kills that TeamOne has. They have 4 kills in total. 3 of them being on Mounts' Deagle when they almost created a surprise. But beside that, it's been the Chaos show.
The Chaos show is looking to continue in this round as well. They just, again, can't get ahead and allow TeamOne opportunities. Because what have they done before? Went 7-1 up or 6-1 up on Mirage and let it slip away to an 8-7 first half. If Chaos really want to win this grand final, that cannot become the norm.
Ooh, that cheeky angle from Leaf, and he's got no desire to go back. He's spraying them down. PRT will put an end to the madness, but Zeppa is here to trade. 12 HP, and you gotta respect the hustle, you gotta respect the eagerness. Pesta, he'll take these kinds of duel any day of the week. He's gonna be allowed an AK if he so chooses, but for now, he trusts his almighty Deagle to do the work.
He's trying to not make any noise, so I get it. Makes sense. He won't get any upgraded weapons for this round until he does. There we go, the slow way down. Stands up the first, but they jump on top of him. Overall, a round Chaos can be happy with. The challenge from Leaf on ramp in the first place. That's the angle, that's the headshot angle.
He just goes for it. He just sprays them down. Well played by Leaf. So what's the play for TeamOne? The first gun round, the first real gun round they had, they went through the execute of a B split through mid. But absolutely countered. Chaos had their numbers figured out at every turn. Now they changed the pace, they changed the focus. They're gonna boost Maluki towards the A ramp to try and find the kill. But Chaos have absolutely no business in that. They're not trying to fight for A ramp. They're just using that smoke to slow down the process, to slow down the protocols. But they're happy to sit back and relax. A little bit of a nade thrown by Leaf, and so it connects. Huge damage onto Mavs, minus 41 HP right off the bat. Not the way you want to start the round.
Definitely not. Already pressure being applied, but could this aggression? Well, Vanity gets away with it. But had Pesadella not moved, he may have been able to get that kill. That puts him in a man advantage for this round. Working your way up ramp, slowly but surely. TeamOne, I want to see if anyone will step out into their grasp. Ooh. Incendiary grenade comes out at the right time as Leaf wants to be able to make sure they're pushed back. He's not popping out from the headshot angle for now, and he sees the first. But Maluki uncharacteristically misses the first shot.
That's a huge tell as well. For the defense to spot a sniper with 45 seconds left towards the A ramp, that should be a tell. And it is why we see Mark making his way towards the A side. Smokes have been deployed, so the bomb plant could be in question, could be in play. Now the boost is going to come in,
nice.
Maybe to find the kill. It's a fake from PRT, which is clever. triggers in the nade, and Barton would strike through the smoke. This is looking decent, this is looking better for TeamOne, but they're going to be pressed with time, James. The smokes are now evaporating, and Chaos will try to stop the bomb plant, but the cover from Maluki is good, and the spray from Leaf almost connecting.
Does a nice bit of damage, and Zeppa will come in to finish PRT off. This is still a very tricky push back in. Maluki's been able to fire off so many shots, only finding one kill thus far, but he's done enough to push Chaos back. Vanity and Zeppa, they still want to see to try and challenge this, but the utility still being in play. The smoke goes down, Zeppa looks to push through it. Another flash over the top, and oh no, they went down instantly. No chance for Zeppa. The flashes were a plan, but they were a plan that did not work.
You have to give it to Maluki. I think the shot he hits at the very end is the difference maker in this round because, as I said, Chaos had done a great job at slowing down the pace, slowing down the attack, and there are no smoke anymore when the bomb plants come through. So Maluki has to save the day. The planet could have gone down, but it doesn't. And so TeamOne wins their first round. First round on the board in this 5th map. 5-1 in the score for Chaos. And TeamOne is about to change the pace. Quick take of the A ramp. A lot of bodies, a lot of resources dedicated to that site. It's going to be a brawl. Jonji is going to put down the Molotov and very likely will wait on the flash. They're just slowing them down. Vanity is holding the cross. Good nade onto Barton. And Maluki is burning. Maluki, you don't realize you're burning. How has that happened?
Maybe he couldn't move in time. Maybe it was landing too much on top of him. We couldn't quite see what was going down. But that's a mistake for sure. They still want to push into this. You said how influential he was on the previous round. Vanity can't see anything from this position.
Look at this, they just put down the Molotov, which means that TeamOne have to respect it and cannot plan for the moment. These smokes are about to fade, they're about to disappear, and it's going to be so complicated. The nade lands on top of Malbs, and a 5v3 that looks also complicated, but Barton and Besta want to fight. They're not giving up in this round. They have 40 seconds to play with, and just a flash on Pesta.
He's so low, though. Pesadelo, if he gets... Oh, my God, they're so unlucky. Barton's hitting another heady, but he's got a lot more to find. The CTs will keep it defensive for now. He's trying to pre-fire the spots in case they poke out. Surely they don't try and challenge him. He needs to get that plant down. But he is completely outnumbered. Another headshot landed. He's been clinical. He's looking for the next player, but Jonji takes the forward position, just about wins it out, but that was not pretty, that was not comfortable, and both times you could have seen TeamOne being able to rip them apart.
Oh, this is Maluki here, not realizing he's burning time and time again.
It looked like he's studying it, to be fair. I can get why he did
that. Is unfortunate. I have to give it to Chaos. Their utility usage on the A side is very good. They are doing an amazing job at punishing the smokes and waiting them out and forcing TeamOne to plan in the open. But then the headshots come through from TeamOne. It was Barton this time around with the AK. Mirage. Maluki was 6-0 in opening duels on map 1. He was 1-6 on Mirage, but still won it. All right. Nice jump from Maluki. Let's hope that we can have the Beast come in activated for this Vertigo. We know that an AWP can be a huge difference maker. What are we thinking, James? 6-1. We've seen in the past that Chaos have the ability to lose these types of situations.
Definitely.
So they must keep it a tight ship.
A bit harder on Vertigo unless you see Chaos start to go aggressive right on angles. I think that's the difference with it. Because one thing I look at on other maps, a bit more open to play with. With Vertigo, these force rounds, how Chaos is playing at the moment, they're playing more defensive. They're holding back. They're not challenging as much. What we saw Leaf challenge on ramp when they had Deagles last time, and that was about it. They were still playing more inner towards the site itself. Heavy A focus, as we tend to see on Vertigo. B is not a favorable site to challenge from.
Oh, Leaf, you talked about him and he goes right for it. Maluki winning with open arms. Zeppa is able to trade onto Malbs. So it is a 4v4. Triggers a reaction. Surely you don't want to stay here if you're Zeppa. Meanwhile, Marky found Barton towards the B side. PRT is doing his very best to fight back, and so he does with the Galil.
Jonji just never stops.
It's a very back and forth affair. Usually a situation that favors the T side, so we'll see how they try and utilize that situation. They have created a lot of space. If you look at the map right now, it is Zeppa handling alone the A side. You have Vanity covering middle with the AWP, and Marky's alone on the B side. So whichever way you phrase it, whichever way you name it, there is a potential 3v1 in each positions.
This sandbag position is going to be known. Zeppa gets pushed out, but he doesn't take any damage. Mark is able to find PRT as well, so they've got the upper hand in this one.
That's unfortunate because if TeamOne had just played together towards the A ramp and used that very Molotov, that would have been a kill. That would have been a 3v2. But they split up a little bit and they allowed Chaos to find a way out of this situation. Now it's going to be a bomb plan coming in from Pesa. He's got the time for it and he's got no pressure whatsoever. The retake will be organized by Chaos and they have 2 Molotovs to play with, so they could clear some of these pesky angles.
As we waited out to see how Chaos want to strike. Pesadelo now has the backup of Maluki. With his AWP in hand, we know what he can do, but when the pressure comes on, when they start to rush him down, Pesadelo is going to need to strike fast and grab their attention. Pesadelo already being overwhelmed, the flash comes through, and it's very clinical. A quick win, a quick push in for Chaos here as they grab the 7th. Yes, the timer got tight, but overall, Chaos never looked out of it.
Marky finding the 3rd kill was the difference maker for me in this situation. Winning the duel towards the B side. Allowing himself to then pull back and play the retake at ease if they want to, being that they were in a power play and man advantage. For TeamOne, time is becoming an issue. They are getting under pressure to very quickly win a round because Chaos could run away with it. This is the 5th map of the grand final. There is no exit after that one. There is no additional life. You cannot restart. You cannot reboot. That's your only chance.
Now for TeamOne. With not as much utility in this round. Again, they want to try and push up the A ramp. The defense has been solid from Chaos. You mentioned their utility, and that's been key, and they're stacked up on it. Because in terms of their economy, they've not been pressured that much.
They are under pressure. They are under pressure. Chaos right now, if they lose this round, they could just go back to having no money at all. This could be the turning point, as we have mentioned so many times in different maps. If Chaos were to drop this, TeamOne would have an avenue to go to 3 or 4 rounds. That's a fake. They're faking the A side right now. Is it going to be working?
It's a very slow fake though. No action, no nothing. 34 seconds left, and as you can see, as per the waiter, now the B hit is coming in. Marky finds a kill towards middle. He comes in with a backup flash towards Johnny. He gets blinded though, so has to stand tall here. 1 frag from Johnny, that could be enough to shut down this push. Completely blinded out of position, but Leaf and the rest of Chaos is already in place. Johnny goes down without a kill, but there we go. The bomb is down. 13 seconds left. Seppa comes in with a kill as well and is falling apart for Team1. The idea was good, the execution, not so much. Seppa finds another kill through the smoke, and now Maluki have to save the AK-47. Maniac, you were spot on. This was a golden opportunity, but look how it turned out. Chaos surviving with 4 players winning the round, putting themselves up 8-1, and the economy will slowly but surely starting to build up.
But that's what we're talking about here again, right? They're not being pressured on it. If they keep winning out these rounds, like last time, look at how it was on Mirage. Every time, it would be a trade, it would back and forth, be forcing into it. Right now, Chaos are winning the rounds that keep them alive, that keep them in it.
The map structure is just a little bit different, because I feel like TeamOne on Mirage, they had the opportunity to pressure early on, and now on Vertigo, aside from some of these moves, as we can see, there are little opportunities, little ideas to do that. So TeamOne, they need to find a way to effectively trade against Chaos and put pressure on them. And that's exactly what they're trying to do. They are trying to pick up the pace, but Vanity's AWP just welcomes them. Marky adding another one, feeling frisky, feeling ready, feeling rowdy even to fight towards the B side. And he's going to push the attack on the other side of the map.
Mouths hasn't hit a single kill since that Deagle round. Now he needs to deliver some more. His teammates are falling around him and he's just not hitting the mark this time around. We said that Chaos had less experience playing Vertigo, but that was only in the official matches. The teamwork right now, the understanding is way above what TeamOne have to offer.
So what the stats were supposed to tell us is that TeamOne have more experience playing Vertigo in an official, right?
Yes.
But for now, what I don't see is a level of detail in the executes that would justify the narrative. At the moment, Chaos are very happy to just play a reactive type of Counter-Strike when they just sit and wait and then react. And because they have the experience, because they read the game finally, and because the individuals are fired up, Xepa, by the way, quietly on 15 and 3, it's the world that's looking perfect for Chaos.
You feel like they're not really getting contested, right? They're not being pressured. Maybe Barton walking up towards A ramp right here is what they need. Vanity, though, already in position to deal with it. Missing the shot. That was not too pretty. Melt's finally getting a kill. There we go. Trades back and forth, but at the end of the day, control can be obtained over this A-bomb side if they want to. Maki coming in with a quick flank, though. Jonty getting taken down by Pessa from behind. And now, as we talked about, finally, TeamOne, they break through. They applied pressure. It took a missed shot from Vanity to open up the bomb site, but here we are, another one from Maluki, and another round going the way of TeamOne Esports. And we've seen this so many times from Chaos now. It's okay to lose a round once in a while. Vanity, you can miss a shot once in a while. It happens to all players on the server, but you cannot allow to lose 2 rounds in a row right here. You cannot allow to lose a grasp, or the grasp of the game that you've had so much under control just because you're losing a single round. And that's why I start to fear for Chaos, because they've been doing that over and over again. They get off to a good start, they take the foot off the gas pedal, they allow the TeamOne come back inside the matchup, and they cannot allow that.
Look at the damage, look at this huge damage.
God, holy moly.
Molotovs and nades galore. Chaos with another
wow.
nade, absolutely deadly with the utility. Oh, this is looking grim for TeamOne. Some damage. Xepa is burning back. They're trying to answer any way they can.
Flash is going up. No one else going in just yet. TeamOne, they want the CTs to make a mistake here. Maluki, he hasn't been able to open up rounds like he has on previous maps. And Malbs, he's not been there either. The sense of TeamOne not just slowing down, but not understanding what to do. The battle back is fierce from Chaos, and they are looking so solid when it comes to Vertigo. Kill after kill, decision after decision. It is all going in their favor, and Maluki just prays and waits for them to make another mistake. But it has not been many of them in this game. The series, yes, but Vertigo, no. And this is also a test for TeamOne, playing a best of 5, playing all the maps. You started off so strong. We spoke about energy coming into this. And every single time they try, it doesn't work out. Maluki runs back to save the orb because he knows this fight is not one he wants to take. Xepa hunts him down, a 10th round on the board. And TeamOne, they are in desperate need of a quick turnaround. Now would be the time to make a timeout.
Chaos are one step ahead once more. We could see in this very execute the way Chaos's utility not only inflicted a ton of damage early on in the match, but then in the round, I mean, but then once the execute was in, the smokes being deployed to slow down TeamOne. You would see from the best teams in the world on Vertigo, they'll go with 2 waves of attack. A first wave of smoke, a couple of flashes, just so that the defense use what they have. But here for TeamOne, they don't even have the time to do that.
Oh, it's a solid round by Chaos, and they did lose grasp of the game, and Maki as well, aggressive with the orb, finding another kill. 150 ADR. That's unheard of. That is so much damage being pulled out.
Oh no.
By the Mexican. Maki now, can he get another one? There's a player toying with the idea of going for the challenge. Jonji sitting in an off angle right here as well. If Maki can just fake one more shot, he can, and he actually connects the shot as well, yeah. Down to 13 HP. He's gonna go down now. Note that Molotov didn't quite explode. Good smoke coming in from Maki, and as said, Jonji, he's sitting in this off angle. He should be able to get a kill. Xepa will be contested towards middle as well. Jonji, in the meantime, got the kill we talked about. Nothing going the way of TeamOne, as in absolutely nothing. Melt's getting a kill, but down to 6 HP. He goes down. Now it's all up to PTR. 13 HP after Maki put a bullet to his kneecaps. The fact that he's still able to run around may be a bit surprising, but with 13 HP, there's nothing he can do. Let's be honest.
It's not a real game.
He's hopping on one leg. He's jumping up and down. You can't see it.
We should add a limp, limp feature to
I
it.
saw your tweet. Don't believe I didn't see your tweet.
I don't agree with that at all.
Oh my god, can you imagine? You're about to rush, you got a nade, and then you cannot rush anymore. You're just limping your way into the side. Oh my god.
I just want to see the world burn.
You lose a hand and you can only spray with the gun with one hand. The recoil becomes harder.
After one bullet, you can't aim anymore.
You guys are taking this completely out of context.
You were the one opening that Pandora box, Jacob.
Well, I'm also going to be the one closing it down.
Yeah, well, Chaos, they're closing down the CT side. There is no discussion at the moment. They are the better individuals. They have the lockdown on this map. Leaves opening up with the Molotov kill. Marky's going to be pressured, but he pulls out the P250. The nade is perfect. Vanity is saving him from behind. This is just an absolute beautiful massacre that Chaos is organizing right now. TeamOne cannot catch a breath. All right, that wasn't really needed. Do we need to rush him like that? Don't do him dirty. Well, we have criticized Chaos in the past for letting lead escape from their hands, letting situations get out of control. But the least we can say is that on Vertigo, they have not slowed down.
No.
Their level of play has improved, if anything, over the course of this first half. And now they are 4 rounds away from lifting the trophy, James.
That trophy is nearly in their hands. As I drop my monster can on the floor, and you will hear it go.
It's part of the show.
Part of the show.
It's all part of the action.
Like we talked about coming into this 5th and deciding map, that whenever Chaos need to win, whenever they're playing backs against their wall, whenever they're aware that small mistakes will be punished and will have a consequence, they step up, right? They show that they have been one of the teams that you're looking out for mid-2020, beginning of 2020. You thought to yourself, okay, there's real potential within Chaos, going toe-to-toe against Team Liquid, going toe-to-toe against EG. We see that, we see why, right here, right now. Individually speaking, they are just on another level. Good smoke coming in from a teammate. Vanity, he's baiting for Seppa right here. Despite him going down, there's another player sitting sandbags. And I don't think TeamOne are going to clear that out. They're not expecting it, no. It should be round number 13 going the way of Chaos in just a matter of seconds. Seppa, he's going to punish him big time if he finds the right timing. No, okay. Well, we talked that one up, Matcher, and they checked it in with it. Good job on Biden.
Unfortunate for Seppa. Didn't find the timing. Jonji could spring from the shadows, but he will take the time. He'll relax just a second, take a deep breath, allowing PRT to reposition. Good trade coming on from Leave, and Maluki is adjusted. Marky, you've been the man of the hour so far with your 151 ADR. But in the 1 versus 2, without a smoke to play with, I do not fancy your chances. He's faking out that he's going towards Speedway, hoping to get a reaction coming out of the attackers. Going on the AWP, and Barton will shine. He will spring from the box. 12-3.
12-3 first half. Chaos look unstoppable. Can they get it done and lift the trophy and take it home one more time? We'll be finding out in just a few moments.
exorcise the demons and get me out my head. You show me what love is. Home is more than where my stuff is. When I'm out of control, you bring Santa to my soul. Once you put another X on the map, you're the only light. House on the hill or a satellite. Ooh, you keep me coming right back to you.
It was a dominant CT side from Chaos as they are only 4 rounds away for becoming champions. Back-to-back champions at that. TeamOne, the rookie team out here, have shown us that they can fight and take a team like Chaos to a 5th and final map. And now they look to try and fight back in a game that looks unwinnable. But if we know one thing, this South American team can get it done. And they right now have started off with the opening 2 kills. Chaos want to get some room on the site, but will TeamOne even allow them to grab it? The plant isn't coming in just yet. The shots are being hit, the shots are being delivered, and it's all going TeamOne's way. Marky trying to battle back. He's playing out with the Glock, but it's not going to work for him. And Jonji is now in a 1v3.
A rough 1 versus 3 for Jonji right here. Can't quite get the shots connected. Barton takes the last shot of the round. And there's one thing we know, as you alluded to, James. It is that Malps, he is a headshot monster. Playing fantastic in middle right here again, behind sandbags. PTR baiting for him, luring the opponents towards him, and then Malp pops up, and look at that. Just hitting these USP headshots. He is so good when it comes to aiming in Counter-Strike. Good job from TeamOne. They're fighting back now. Convert this round, and we may have a game on our hands.
And this could be the hardest part, because as we can see, Chaos have found themselves an opening into this B side, leading with the MAC-10 and 2 quick kills, 3 at that, in a matter of 15 seconds. All the hopes of TeamOne just evaporated into thin air. Chaos, they had an idea, and they did not slow down.
They just overran TeamOne real quick. Thank you for the sound effects, Maniac. My amazing jukebox.
That's the double
over
effect.
Here.
The double effect for you.
That's pretty good. The fade in, fade out part.
Fade in, fade out. That's the Doppler effect. You can Google it.
James.
That sounds like a bee stuck in my freaking window right there.
I was trying to do like the F1 noise where it goes.
What?
Sounds like
What is this?
Sounds like a sad cat or something. Doesn't sound good. Maluki gets a couple of fracks to his name. And that's about it. Malps gets to save this MP9 as well. Picks up well, another grenade and a bit of a spray on the ground. So sure, Chaos, they're winning. They made it expensive for themselves. That was not needed, but at this point, I'm not going to contest that. You know, I think I've learned by now that they don't really care about that. They don't really think that far. They just want to finish this game. They want to get to 16, and if that takes another eco, Chaos will live fine with that. They're not a team that optimize these small nuances. We've seen that throughout the tournament, but they are the team with the better players right now, without a doubt. 13-4. This is the round. TeamOne, they force up. If they lose this one, they will be down 14-4.
Missed nade.
Yeah,
Missed nade from Maluki.
That's a big opportunity.
And the scout has been known as well, so Chaos are quite clear, quite aware of the dangers of hanging around the A side. TeamOne have decided to fight. They've decided to inflict some damage if they can down the ramp. Malps finding some information. Good tag from Maluki. Puts down Marky to 12 HP, forcing Chaos to be a little bit careful about the situation. Leaf might have found the timing, but the timing is against him actually. He's getting blindsided by the peak down to 52. So even though Chaos are in a good situation, if you keep an eye on the HP bars, you'll realize that things are a little bit messy right now.
There's so much utility, and they're spending some of that utility now. They want to go towards this A bomb site. There can be no doubt about that. Maybe the players are rotating back to B, though. One player right now faking it. Marky as well, using some shots on it. Vanity going for the max 10. Vanity comes in with a weak back. Pesa still alive here. This round is going back and forth, but the HP is low for Chaos.
Yeah, they spent a lot of time fighting on here. And right now, TeamOne can know that they will be hitting this bomb site. Oh, good positioning to jump up high. Now the kill starts to go in favor of Chaos. It was looking scary for him for a moment. And Maluki, he's tapped away so many shots out of that scout, but he's not found that much success. Not a kill at least. And that is a problem for him. He's got Barton with the Deagle, but they may just want to back away because this round is something they could not afford to not go their way. It'll be a 14 for Chaos, and they need to buy up in the next unless they want to play it out and try and go from 15-4 to 15-15.
I think, you know, everything in my body, you know, everything in my brain says, you know, you got to save next round. But when you're down 14-4 at this moment in a best of 5, 5th map, you got to go for the force buy. You save a scout, you save armor on Barton. You can go with an MP9 armor. The rest of the guys, Malps can still go MP9 armor. You have to force up here. You cannot play for overtime when you're down potentially 15-4. Let's see what they do decide to do with their money. They're not really sure. They take a timeout. I like that. You're down 14-4. Yeah. You still want to give yourself the absolute best chance of making a comeback. So you take a timeout, you talk the talk, and you figure out what is it we want to do. How are we going to approach this game? Surely it's going to be tough, but we're still in it. There's still a chance. And I like that from TeamOne. They're showing some real character right here. I've been impressed by their display tonight. Honestly, they've been doing a good job in many aspects of the game.
If we keep an eye on the score lines, the map that Chaos have won have been quite decisive. Actually, the first map, 16-3 for TeamOne, that was pretty good as well. Keep an eye on the 16-2 for Overpass, and on Mirage, it was TeamOne fighting back 16-13. But what can they do? They've actually decided to go for the eco round. They have saved enough money. TeamOne have enough money in the back to put together a decent buy in the next round. But Maluki Scout is no good for business. He's out of order. He's due for repair. And so is Mouse. Chaos, they're just going through the motions right now. They seem to be indestructible.
Yeah.
Just sounded extremely wrong in my head. But
I think it works. He pulled it off. Pesa, he pulled off another scout towards his name, but Leaf says no. Leaf, we have to talk about him. He's been insane. Absolutely insane. Apart from map 1. He didn't feel good, but he's been the top fragger for Chaos on every single map. Map 2, map 3, map 4.
Yeah, it's just the talent that they have. It's the depth of the roster that we talked about in Chaos.
He came in as the lowest rated player, you said
yes, that? Absolutely. He came in here as the worst rated player in the event. But that's when you realize that everyone... In the no, for the team.
Oh,
for the team.
Yeah.
Just make it clear that we are not passing wrong information here. For the team, he was the worst rated, and he's been an absolute boss in this game. And now you keep an eye on Stepa, who was the highest rated for Chaos going on, and he's on 21-8. So pretty much the danger can come from anyone in this Chaos lineup. Marquis as well is not a name that we've mentioned too much, but on the CT side, he laid fire on TeamOne. And James, we might have a champion very soon. Chaos are now on to 15 rounds, 15-4. They have been dominant on this map of Vertigo.
One final shot for TeamOne. One final go. A full buy coming in right here. M4, a decent amount of utility. But as Matthew just alerted to, this could be it. Chaos, they are 1 round away from taking another title. 2 in a row, that'll be, as they also away IM Beijing coming up to this one. As a team, well, they're not sure whether or not they're going to continue with Counter-Strike. Some of the players are seeking options within Valorant and so forth, but let's focus on what's ahead of us right here. That is Marky finding another kill, and that is Chaos now only 4 kills away from winning this tournament.
It seems like a long road ahead for TeamOne, but we know they've got the resilience. They're a South American team that has showed us what they've got across the course of the DreamHack Masters Winter 2020. And until that last player is dead, they'll be giving it everything they've got. But Vertigo has not looked pretty for him, Maniac.
No, it hasn't. And Maluki is about to be tested, and he's going to need to step up Him and Malbs, two of the main killers, the main machines for TeamOne, will be under scrutiny. Good start from Maluki, finding the first kill onto Marky. He's calling for backup because he wants to fight some more. Zeppa finds him, and with that, an avenue, a possibility for Chaos to exit on the A side.
Malbs now will have to get it done, and he does 2 kills to his name. One of them not a headshot, surprisingly enough. Jonji fighting back 2 versus 2. This could be it.
This really could be it for him. Leaf and Jonji, though, they're going to be found by PRT. And now Jonji in the back line. He's got an SG in his hand. He still tries to pull it out and use this gun, but there's not much time on his side. He wants to try and fight for this, and he knows he has to. Looks in for the next player, delivers the headshot. 7 seconds to go. He couldn't be pulling it off. Right on the last moment, beat PRT. He stands strong and buys TeamOne another round. It is still a game.
It is still a game now. There's one problem for TeamOne, as we see Malbs coming in with 2 cool kills. Good job on Malbs to save the round. That the buy they're coming in right now, that's going to be weaker than the buy Chaos can afford. Only 1 player alive, that's PRT. He can drop 1 gun, the rest of them will have to buy up themselves. And there was quite a player with not a lot of money on their account. We got a bit of a tech pause right now, so we can't resume. We can't see it, but when we get back into the game, which hopefully is very soon, you will see Chaos have a stronger buy than the team who just won the round. It's like everything is stacking up against TeamOne right now. They need to survive another 10 rounds.
Saying is an uphill battle is a little bit of a euphemism in this situation. If you're TeamOne, I would advise you to not even look at the scoreboard. Don't even think about it. Do not even let it cross your mind. Just play 1 round at a time.
Yep.
Even then, 1 kill at a time. Just make sure that you individually make the right decision. And maybe, just maybe, if you do it enough times, if you do it with consistency, you might find yourself one day on a 15-10 scoreline, and then a comeback is possible. Then we can dream about having a very competitive game on this map with Vertigo. So far, it's been the Chaos story. And I'm not gonna lie, I think they might have looked like the better team in this whole final. Surely they dropped it a little bit on Mirage and they allowed TeamOne to fight back, which they did with great accomplishment, and we have to give them the credit for that. But Chaos, they looked like the better team.
We were learning, right, throughout all of this. We all went into this event together and said we didn't really follow this level of North American Counter-Strike. We knew your Liquids, your EGs, right? We knew a bit about Chaos. But the others, they were a bit of an unknown quantity. We did some research, we got our notes together, we did our prep, but we have learned a hell of a lot on this amazing journey here at the DreamHack Masters. And one thing I'll say is when you look at these 2 teams, Chaos in the way they've dropped the ball sometimes, we gave TeamOne an edge in certain areas, right? How much they wanted it. But always, it was the experience when you look at Chaos that's what we pointed to as being the key factor for their success. And this is why it's such a shame that this team is not going to stick together. We're out of the tech pause, potentially into the last round. The weaponry is not great for TeamOne, but they will always give it a fight as Chaos are looking to secure this grand final in style.
1 FAMAS, 2 MP9s, an AK-47, and 1 M4 on Malbs. That's what they have to work with. A decent amount of utility on 3 of the players. Make that 4 actually. So still a decent buy, but as said, not as strong as the full potent buy coming out of Chaos. And this time around, they want to finish it in style. They're playing slow. They're not trying for a rush. They're not trying to tease their way out of this one. They want to do it in fashion. Chaos, the last 10 series they've been playing, they won 9 of those. The only team they've lost to was Team Liquid. Otherwise, it's been winning and winning and winning and winning. And it doesn't seem like TeamOne will be the one to stop them doing that.
We have a little bit of a fake coming out from Chaos. They've played silently the first 20 seconds. Now they've sent Vanity to just make a little bit of noise towards Speedway, inkling with the idea that the A side might be the point of contention, and PRT is actually thinking about abandoning the B side. But the defense, I'll say, is in a decent position. It's Barton with the MP9 and he's got backup.
He has got backup and he's ready to deal some serious damage. Starts off strong, finds himself 1, looking for more, but the headshots are delivered. The kills are coming through for Chaos, though a couple of players are low, and Malbs again, the man that continues to strike and cause damage, finds Vanity, and they're not done yet. They push onto the players left on the site, but Jonji somehow wins that one out. The remaining 2 players between them have 9 health, and they've got to deal with the young superstar in Malbs. He's been so key, poised and ready for everything thrown thrown his way. The headshot machine, Mini Scream. Can he pull off the 1v2 and win this out and save the day one more time for TeamOne when it matters the most? It's all going to come down to this timing. The first headshot's delivered, and of course he hits it. Now only one to find, and it's Zephyr hiding in the back lines. Malbs delivers, and he grabs the 6th round. He's ice cold, and he's getting it done once again.
Good to see a smile on his face. He's been playing so well throughout the entire tournament. We highlighted him coming into this matchup being the one to look out for TeamOne. No pun intended. This time around, once again, showing how good he is, how calm he is. And as you said, James, the headshot machine, the Mini Scream, the only Scream we got left in this game is delivering again.
He's one for the future. I guarantee you that he is one for the future. And Chaos, now that they're only on pistols, are looking to pick up the pace. They're looking to scramble that B side. PRT waiting with open arms, and it is a meat grinder. Chaos, in about 15 seconds, have lost every one of their members. They tried to burst through mid, but it was a poor attempt. And TeamOne will put a 7th on the board.
A cleanup duty that was, and it was one TeamOne needed. They could not be taking too many casualties in rounds like that because they need money. They need help for every single round.
They do.
One step at a time. One step at a time.
They're doing it right now. That's a nice clutch by Malbs. Probably gave them a bit of confidence, a bit of belief that this can be done, even when it was looking rough. Maluki, another player we talked a lot about coming into this matchup. Been playing all right, but not to the same high level that we saw in the group stage in the first playoff round. Slowing down a bit, but is there a better timing to come alive right here, right now, when your team needs it the most? Still 8 rounds away from pushing this one into OT. Vanity, he wants it differently. Slowly but surely walking up towards the French fry or scaffold or so, whatever we want to call it.
I forgot about the French fry.
But it is the French fry. And Maluki, he's positioned himself on the French fry, in the French fry.
Scaffolding, highway,
French fry.
French fry.
Let's see if Maluki can add a little bit of spice on the prize with the AWP, but it starts with Leaf. The entry kill to create disarray and disbalance on the defense. Is it going to be enough? Chaos have not made it yet quite here where they want to go, but now the A side is under attack. It starts with Malbs, and what else but an headshot? He's been giving them all day, every day, and he continues with the AK. Another one on the board, that's marked in the ground. Maluki comes in with the AWP from behind, and the defense looks to be stable. Everything is under control for TeamOne. They have looked alive again. Round number 8 being found, and I talked about the fact that once you get to 15-10, you can talk about a comeback, and we are inching quite closer to that situation.
When do we start to get worried, guys? Because right now, Chaos are not feeling their pushes into the site. They are starting to struggle once they get in there, and the protocols that TeamOne are starting to put into place find them not just hitting those shots, but being able to push Chaos back.
It's a classic Chaos, though. When they don't need to win, they won't win. Here we go. Rush coming in, they're fighting one player off. Malbs can't connect the shot, and that's an opening. Does a lot of damage. And now Chaos, they'll fall back. I was just about to say it's a classic Chaos in the sense that...
That's 2 heavy hitters gone as well. That's Malbs and Maluki.
That's true, and weapons picked up as well. Vanity on an AWP. Leaf continuing by his lonesome, aggressive. No backup. Molotov coming in as well. They just want to duel their way to a win right now, it seems like. But this is a great opportunity for Chaos. They slowed it down, and I like that. Good approach. Smoke coming in towards the A-bomb side. They still haven't yet decided where they want to go. You can see all 3 players from TeamOne are focused towards this A-bomb side. So if there was a rotation coming in from Chaos, they could find a B-bomb side completely open, but that's not going to happen.
They faked the fake. They faked that it was going to go somewhere else. They just waited behind the smokes. That was a second wave, even a third wave of attack on the A side. But the problem is that TeamOne did not take the bait. They stayed around, and now they're guessing. Now they are thinking. The grinds in their brain, just rolling and rolling. What is happening? Where are they attacking? It's still the A side, and the bomb plan will try and come through.
No smoke, nothing to work with for Chaos. This could be a rough retake to hold against. And there we go. 2 kills goes the way of TeamOne. 1 to Pesa, 1 to Baden. Now Leaf will have to do it. He's in a good position though. Finds one. Can he find another one? The answer is no. Vanity will have to do it 1 versus 2.
1 versus 2, and Vanity's the man to hit a key and important shot. One more to find, and he may have been duped. He tries to knife it. He tries to hold on. This is an important round for both sides, but Pesadello, he finds him. He gets the defuse and grabs the 9th round. It's oh so expensive, and TeamOne pull another one out the bag.
They live to fight another day. I'm not quite sure how they managed to pull that one off. Great job by Pesa. Great job by Vanity for that matter as well. A bit unlucky with the timing, a bit unlucky with the smoke. I wanted to point out that the double fake coming in from Chaos, that was, you know, a good idea, but at that point they were out of smokes, out of utility. They had no chance of taking the bomb side with no smokes.
Ooh, Maluki starting again with the AWP. He's warming up. 2 quick kills. Zeppa answers, but the damage has been done. A 4v3 now for TeamOne. They've stabilized that mid attempt from Chaos. No worries for them anymore. They have Pesa, who's now taking charge of that part of the map. Malbs is alone, taking care of the A side, and the rest of the defense focused on B. Chaos have decided to change the course after unsuccessfully fighting for mid, are now gathering up towards the A side, which is only again held by Malbs. But who else but Mini Scream?
Mini Scream has been doing such a good job facilitating this comeback. He was the one with a double kill in the very first round they got in the CT side, and he'll have to do it again. Spots out a player, puts down a defensive smoke. I like it. Now being pushed out of position from a Molotov, and this looks like a retake scenario. Pesa, you need to stay alive. You need to wait for your teammates. You find a gap in the smoke, and that could be useful right here. Baiting out the shots right here. The bomb will go down. Molotov comes on top. There we go. On the last bullet, Pesa finds the kill. And it's gone from worse to even worse for Chaos. This one will be tough. 2 against 4. No utility, no smoke. It's all aiming, all duels now. Zeppa finding 1, finding 2. Why are they fighting him? 2 versus 2, 30 seconds left. This is possible. Deep breath, deep breath. 15 seconds, Matthew. Are you worried now?
Well, I was just in apnea. I had not been catching a breath for 30 seconds, looking at Zeppa handling targets left and right. 29 kills to his name. That double spray, beautiful. And I agree. I think TeamOne, they went in that one half-assed. They wanted to fight, but not really. 2 players going in, and then someone's hiding behind the boxes. You cannot have that happen. But I talked about the 15-10 mark, and we have reached it. TeamOne are now 5 rounds away from pushing us to overtime.
5 rounds away. They've taken 6 in a row so far. They just need another 5. And I say just with a smile on my face, because that is a big task for them still. This round again, the entirety of Chaos is towards the A-bomb side, apart from 1 player trying to lurk it out. Melps has been sitting in this position so many times, been so successful. Smoke execute is coming in, and a single flanker as well. Melps will have to stand his ground. It's gonna be another retake scenario, I believe.
Oh, look at the damage inflicted through the smokes. The bomb will come through. But we have 2 players limping almost back into positions.
5v5 retakes never easy. Zeppa has come up huge time and time again on Vertigo, trying to bring him back into it.
There's no smoke for TeamOne, James. They're gonna have to do only with flashes.
Flash their way to success. They fought tooth and nail throughout all of this. Vanity's ready to pounce, but so is Leaf. As one goes up high, he puts them down. The MAC-10's coming through, and this could be it. 2 left alive, a defuse on the card, but they're not on the bomb just yet. The headshot is landed by Zeppa, and Chaos get it done. We may not know what the future holds for this lineup, but it'll be a damn shame if we don't see what else they have to show us. Back-to-back North American Championship titles. They were grinding their way to the top, and it may have sadly been cut short. No matter what happens next, they can be proud of what they've done here today. Chaos are your DreamHack Masters Winter 2020 champions!
Yo, the saga begins. Begin war.
just gone down. With us pulling it all on Swisher. He has been amazing so far in this game. He's put it into a 1v1, and Zephyr needs to lock him down. The flash goes out. Still plenty of time to play with. Fights into it, and Swisher lands the headshot.
Oh my goodness.
All the maps and nearly a comeback on Vertigo, but Chaos grabbed the final round. They did it in style. They had some very awkward moments, but some incredible moments. But one thing we know for sure, that Chaos right now are the best in North America who are actually inside the region. They have shown up again, and they have battled against the odds and whatever the hell is going through their heads, because they don't even have a home right now.
There can be no doubt that Chaos are the best playing team right now. They may not practice, they may not be fully focused, but when you look at the individuals on the server, they are the better players. They could have a bright future when it comes to Counter-Strike. Unfortunately, in a rough circumstance right now, but look at the players, look at the individual skill that is being displayed. There was no doubt that, sure, they lost a couple of rounds, they made a couple of mistakes. That comes when you don't practice, but on the server, they were the more skilled players.
I almost feel like these circumstances we talk about make that title ever so remarkable for Chaos, right? Because it is also not easy to sit at home in front of your computer not knowing what the future holds for you, and somehow they are still able to put it together, to put together a great performance, being fought all the way to 5 maps in the grand final and not let go. That first half was a demonstration from them again. 12-3 scoreline. Sure, they gave the possibility to TeamOne to catch up, but you could see when push came to shove, the talented individuals shine again. What a lineup from Chaos. I just want to see more of them. Like, just don't go away. Just stay with us in Counter-Strike. We can have a good time.
Global finals, we may get to see them against some of the best teams in the world, right?
We will get to see them there again. One thing though, before we get to the interview with our amazing winners, we got to talk about TeamOne.
Yeah.
They did so well in this. A rookie lineup, Maluki being the experienced player within that, but most of these players had never even made it to the main event, let alone taking second place. This meant the world to them, and they fought like that as well.
As a team, they have impressed us. As a team, they came into the grand final and you predicted them to win. And I'm not going to hold that up against you because I totally understand. I was even close to do it myself. TeamOne have been very impressive throughout the entire tournament. You look at some of the players as well. If you're sitting right now in Europe, for an example, and you want to have a dream team, or you want to build up a team that can take on some of the best players out there, and you look for young talent, look at Malps. Look how good he is on the server. Look how young he is. Look how composed he is when he does interviews. He has the personality, he has the skill on the server, and he has impressed me a whole lot. Maybe my MVP for the entire tournament, if I gotta be honest with you. That in itself is crazy to say, because yeah, Chaos, they were the better team. They had the better players, but there were a couple of these players in TeamOne who really made an impression.
I agree with you, but you know what? I think someone's on the line.
Someone is on the line. It's time to do our winners interview with the Chaos gang, as they have managed to lift the trophy. And we got everyone here, and we got smiling faces as well. Jonji, I'm going to start with you first of all, man, because we're going to have to organize this Chaos quite literally. This win, right, you guys have done it again, back-to-back championships. But my oh my, there's so much back and forth in this. How much of it, when you say about not being able to practice and stuff, comes off winging it?
Who was it?
To you, mate, Jonji.
Oh, was it me? Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad. I thought it was Tony. Honestly, we knew we were gonna win this. It wasn't even close. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. And yeah, we just wanted it to be close for the viewers, and that's it.
All right, then I can ask you when the comeback from TeamOne is starting to happen on Vertigo. You tell me at no point you doubted the situation. Just I thought you were ice cold. All right.
No, we didn't doubt it at all. We just needed to not get mad, and I think we won that regardless of.
I think those guys aren't choking in a high-pressure situation. Get rid of it.
All right.
Guys, you've been doing a phenomenal job, you know, playing under these rough circumstances. Now, I do gotta ask you, right, because it seems to me when I look at your social medias, when I look at your presence on the server, that you guys still have a love for Counter-Strike. How much would you like to still continue to play this game and fight for, I guess, for a spot to come back, you know, where it's fun to play within North American Counter-Strike, where it's fun to go to European tournaments? Can you guys maybe give yourself a window of opportunity for some of the sponsors, some of the organizations out there? How much do you want it?
I mean, I don't know. I can't really say much more than we already have, right? Like, we've proven ourselves time over time again. It's just, it is what it is, regardless. I mean, we'll all be fine in the future, whichever path it takes us down, but there's really not much more we can do to prove ourselves than we have already. Obviously, there's no lands. We can't prove ourselves on land. We can go to Europe, I guess, but like even then, it's like, what's the point?
Is that an option?
If no one's gonna.
Is that an option? Have you guys considered maybe relocating to Europe to continue to dream?
Not without a sponsor, no. Just doesn't make sense financially.
And that's always a problem for you guys. Now, I've got to ask one question, right? You've got the global challenge still ahead of you here. Are you guys going to be taking that on as the team still?
Sorry, like as Chaos?
Well, just as all of you guys as you five, regardless of who you're representing.
Yeah, we're planning to attend.
So that will still take place. That's a positive sign. And how are you going to get practice and get yourselves ready for that then?
I mean, hopefully European practice is a little better than what we've dealt with here, considering, you know, I gotta play some fucking sick teams.
And how much do you look forward to that? Because you guys have been telling me, right, about the practice and it's not being up to standard, not enough good teams out there in NA. How much do you look forward to going up against some of the best teams? Is that what fuels you? Is that what motivates you guys right now?
I mean, obviously the goal is always to compete against the best, right? But you can't really do that in this region at the moment. I mean, it's always been like kind of hard to get good practice, but like especially because all these teams that are supposed to live here are gone. Like the Booms, the MIBRs, like the Fury. I mean, obviously Fury, EG, and Liquid were here for most of the year, but like I think we were missing like 2 or 3 Brazilian teams for a large majority of the year, which made the practice a lot worse than it typically is. Like NA was never a super strong region, but there was definitely like teams that were like relatively good practice. But like at the current moment, I really think scrimming doesn't make us better. That's kind of egotistical, but it's like the only thing teams they benefit more from us playing them than we do from playing them, because they just don't do the same thing in matches and scrims.
Makes sense. It's a rough, scenario going into the global finals. Your expectations, is that just to do as well as you can, or do you have any like set goals for it?
I mean, it'd be nice to take some maps, no? That's our goal. Can't have too high of expectations, but I mean, we are the underdog, but I mean, sure we can turn some heads.
Now I want to ask one last question here. When it comes to you having this title, you had Beijing as well, and there's still no offers or anything on the card. Has there been any interest when you're having these conversations? Because I'm eager to know of like, have they set you a goalpost, or have you spoken to organizations that said, if you do X, Y, and Z, you can have this, or is it just literally nothing?
We can't even get a hold of FPX and Guild, which are, the 2 big ones.
Yeah, like, it's just, there's nothing, honestly. Like, just completely honest, there's absolutely no interest in Counter-Strike at the moment. Kind of makes sense, right? But it's just, it is what it is.
Valorant is definitely the bigger market due to Riot and their communication and the way that they do things.
I mean, people just don't have faith in Valve compared to Riot. There's going to be ways for orgs and stuff to monetize themselves in Riot, and Valve really doesn't give that option to anyone. And they probably never will, considering they've also killed NA Dota. So, I mean, there's really no expectations.
Sadly, this is the sad state of affairs, but I think one thing we can commend you guys with, right, is that you have done this, you have fought so hard, you have proven it is possible even without proper support from it. So I want to give you, any of you, one final time to say what you want to say, because one thing we have enjoyed is that you guys have battled back and bounced back from so many deficit games, crazy games, and you've made back-to-back championships. It's something you guys should be very proud of regardless of what's been happening.
Do we want to go one at a time? Or
yeah, go one at a time. Let's start with Zephyr at the top left.
Sure. I only got one thing to say, and that's I'm coming for Zywoo. That's it.
Hey, that's what I want to hear. Vanity, you go next.
And? What? I didn't even hear the question, I'm going to be honest.
It's basically your last minute. Yeah, there you go.
Nah, not really. I'm ready to play with Lob and Jinka and FPL. That's all I'm looking forward to.
Leaf.
I mean, if I have to go to Valorant, it's going to be sad. I've been playing this game since I was like 9, so it's pretty sad that we can't even get an org in this game, so.
John G.
Shout out to Malbs, he played a really good game. I think he headshot me like every round. He was insane. And shout out to just everybody who supported like me or any of the people on this team. They all have a really bright future, and it was a pleasure to play with all these guys.
And last but not least, Marky.
I don't think Marky's here.
Oh, you come in. We lost everyone.
Yeah.
MC, it's your turn then. You're the last one now.
It's typical. People don't know my name, so
I do.
It's like,
Pim definitely does after that.
Yeah, I want to thank Chaos for supporting us as long as they did, because things weren't ideal, and honestly, they've been like the best sponsor we could have ever asked for. It's unfortunate how it ended, but like all the people involved in the org always made us feel welcome. And shout out to all the past teammates that like got us here. And you know, our boy Josh won in the other championship on the other side, so it was big for us to win. So I'm glad we accomplished that.
Well, guys, I'm certainly looking forward to seeing you at the Global Challenge. I wish you the best of luck going forward. And please, someone, whoever out there is listening, if you've got some deep pockets, maybe from Dubai or something, you just want to throw a bunch of money at these guys, probably worth it considering they're winning all the NA championships. Guys, have a good one, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time.
Peace.
Appreciate it. Bye-bye.
See ya.
More of a depressing interview at times when it comes to it, but these are guys that you can actually see they do still want to play, right? They do still want to fight within this. It's not down to them saying, oh, we don't like this game anymore. Like you just said, Leaf, goes, I've been playing since I'm 9 years old, and I'm now sat in a situation where I can't even play the game I love anymore. Like, we've never been in this scenario, right? We've always had Counter-Strike, and there's always been support for it, so I can't really... Like, I can't even begin to imagine how it feels for them.
At some point, it touches you, right? Because you could feel in the players that, of course, they were just feeling deflated, right? There's nothing to do for them. They've done everything they can in terms of showing the orgs out there, showing that they are a good team, showing that they can be the best within the region. And if no one is picking up that bait, you know, if no one is looking at them thinking, we want those guys to represent us, then I understand why they feel, you know, there's nothing more we can do. It's sad that they win a tournament of this caliber and we'll have to sit here, right, and tell us that, well, there's nothing we can do. If we have to play another game, we'll have to do that. Of course, I understand making a living, but it would be so nice to see these guys continue winning Counter-Strike, because honestly, we need North American Counter-Strike. That goes out all to all the European teams out there, all the players out there. We cannot have Counter-Strike only being functional in Europe. We need Asia, we need North America, we need everyone in the world to play this game, so we can have the big world championships, so we can have the majors with the best of the best teams from all over the world. So honestly, we got to do something about this, whether that comes from Valve or someone else, I don't know, but this can't be the case.
We need a better ecosystem in that sense, right? We're very spoiled over here in Europe for sure, and hopefully there is some sort of solution when it comes to all. But Maniac, that bit from MC on the end, I know I was personally giving Chaos a hard time as the org, but even he says the staff and people were around it, but I guess sometimes you got to look at it is a business. They have to look at some sort of return on investment.
For sure, there are some realities that we cannot, you know, escape, and I think for them, they did exactly what they had to do, which is to come in here and win, right? They won, and I think as a group of individuals, I just want to wish them success for whatever it is they attempt to do in the future. Would it be in Counter-Strike if they can stay? Would it be somewhere else if they want to? I think they have showcased that they have true qualities as a group, right? They've came here in a complicated situation, to say the least, with the future that it has absolutely no certainty for them, and they won regardless. So I think they deserve the respect. They have done whatever it is they can do. You felt that in the interview, right? They feel like they have done anything they could do. But I think they can take that as a consolidation. I know it's not too great, but it's a feeling you can go to bed with and feel good with yourself.
It's something they can be proud of, but honestly, it just really... It annoys me, but really annoys me.
Pisses you off?
There we go, There's a lot stronger words about to come off, because...
Shouldn't be like that.
Yeah, we shouldn't be in this situation for a game we love and care about so much. But that is the end of the DreamHack Masters Winter 2020. We've got to thank all of our sponsors as always, because these events wouldn't be possible anyway. We talk about our orgs, but thankfully we've got these amazing sponsors from Monster, Corsair, Intel, MSI, and of course the US Air Force. Without any of them, we wouldn't have these events to put this on. This is a game we all love. This is a game we all care about from start to finish. This has been a part of my life since I was 13. I'm nearly 30 years old now. It's been there non-stop. I can't imagine how these guys feel, but they are true champions who want the best for it here, and it just kills me inside that we're even in this situation. So there's anywhere, anyone, any org that can pick some team up like this, they've definitely got potential. They can't even practice right now. Imagine if they could practice and what they would do. That's my last word on all of this. We've had an amazing time. We've learned a lot about North American Counter-Strike for sure. And hopefully we'll see you on the next edition, and hopefully there'll be even better teams and more fantastic action. I wish you the best of luck going forward for everyone involved in all of the North American Counter-Strike, and we'll see you on the next events.